Cradle, Dogs of Fount, Chapter 43, Part 2. Yeah, he's still sniffing this place out, Lou said. As big-bodied as Lou was, he was sitting comfortably in Indian style for the whole time. Well, don't you think it's odd that all we've been doing for the past 4 days is just getting R&R, Nate asked. Well, you have to consider that the chief and commanders were taken off guard by this place just as we were, Lou said. Yeah, I know, but we've gotten little word, and from what Benton said, the other Hong Kong is just beyond this desert southwest, Nate added. If something's up, they'll give us time to suit up, Heather assured. Nate looked back at Heather and then nodded in agreement. You're probably right. Yeah, we really couldn't go into an all-out war anyhow with just this small group of squads and so little weapons, Nate said. The three of them looked around at the food market and the pleasant nature of the people strolling by, talking and eating, and the workers with smiles on their faces. Do you think these people can actually fight? I mean, they're so trusting and easygoing, Lou asked. Oh, I think they can fight way better than they look. Plus, they would have to go ape, because look at the, look at the peace they've established here. I'd fight like an animal to keep this in order, Nate thought out. I'd just keep looking for a catch, Lou said, and they were all silent for a handful of moments. I feel you, Nate said finally, but with us being super suspicious and having been through this sort of situation in one way or another, dude, we would have easily unraveled it by now, Nate said. Easily. I just hope Ruiz doesn't piss them off too much, Lou said, picking up an empty kebab stick and using the point to pick in between his teeth. After Lou left, Nate and Heather looked for about 30 minutes for a stand in the market that sold toiletries. They finally found an older but oddly pretty woman with soaps displayed by her counter at the front of her stall. She also offered incense, deodorant, shampoo, and crystals and pink salts. As Nate and Heather were looking at the deodorants, trying to figure out which ones were men's and women's, the woman approached the two with a pleasant white smile that reminded Nate about toothpaste. He had plenty, but he was curious to see what these people used. I feel a great love between you two, the woman said almost inside their personal space. Oh, thank you very much, Heather said with a smile. He's an alright guy, she said and slapped Nate on the shoulder. No, the woman shook her finger with a large gold and turquoise ring. You saved each other. Well, we are warriors, Nate was beginning to get uncomfortable. You saved your souls, together. You have to stay together, the woman said, and she was dead serious. Nate looked at Heather and she was visibly trying to hold something back. Thank you, we will, Nate said dismissively and put his arm around Heather's shoulders. The woman saw Heather's expression and seemed to snap out of something. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, but come to the counter when you're finished and I'll put your items in a sack, the woman said and turned after giving them one more good look. As she walked away, Nate tried to play things off and blew in Heather's ear. Stop it, Nate. She didn't seem in any mood to play in the slightest, and Nate understood that. That was weird, wasn't it? Nate asked, not masking well the casualness with which he spoke. That was stupid was what it was. She looked back at the woman now at the front of the tent. Like she's a fortune teller? Psychic? BS, Heather said distractedly. You believe in that stuff? Nate asked. What stuff? Oh, I don't, a little bit. Who doesn't? Heather said, pleased with the distraction.